Hey, good afternoon, players one and two of every age. I'm Spider Nerd. Thank you so much for joining me. So nothing really new to report when it comes to Quest right now. I still have, let's see here. I still have at least 3 more hours for the Black Knight to continue and finalize his quest. But basically, what I wanted to do was throw up a quick video, kind of showing like speculation on the Spider-Man event that I announced or was announced late last night, and to kind of continue the um, video that I made last night, kind of giving speculation on who was going to be in it, etc. So real quick, I do want to do some quick shout outs. Um, Julio Robles and Vicious Turtle. Big shout out to both of them. Julio is a friend of mine on Facebook, really good guy, who let me know that Carnage might also be making an appearance as well. Because if you check a website called IMBD and just type in Avengers Academy, should be right in there. It tells you the voice cast of everything, of everyone. Um, Tigra was announced as well. I believe that's going to be the same woman who does Wasp. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm going to have to bring that up momentarily soon. As well as Carnage was announced. So that's going to be pretty cool. And Vicious Turtle was kind enough to kind of put me on the straight and narrow. I was I thought I was wrong. I'm very happy that I was proven incorrect. Um, Spider Gwen wasn't created due to the Spider Island incident where everybody was like given spider abilities and mutated, that kind of thing. She's part of the Spider Verse storyline where basically it was like a what if scenario that gained a lot of headway. So basically, Spider Gwen is what happens when Gwen Stacy gets bitten by the radioactive spider instead of Peter Parker. So she takes up the mantle of Spider Woman, and she saves everybody. Obviously, with Spider Man, same thing with Spider Man. Everybody isn't sure what to make of her, that kind of thing. But with Peter Parker, um, he actually turns himself into the Lizard, that universe's version of the Lizard, out of revenge. Like he just got really sick and tired of being picked on, so he decided to get himself a little bit stronger, healing ability, that kind of thing, and that. So just a little correction on that one, Vicious Turtle, definitely, but I definitely appreciate you letting me know. So definitely big thumbs up. I'll give him a big thank you as well in the comments below. But basically, Peter Parker turns into the Lizard. There's this big all-out brawl with Gwen Stacy, and she ends up killing Peter Parker. Like he's remissive though. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, blah blah blah. But she's obviously hunted down for the murder. But anyway, with all honesty, if you want to learn little bit more about Gwen Stacy and her role as Spider Gwen or Spider Woman, definitely recommend checking out her comics. I definitely am gonna. After last night, I've been time flew away. I started catching up a lot of her storyline, so I can't wait to actually um, give you guys a little bit more information. I'm just trying to come out with all the details and iron everything out on my end, kind of make heads or tails because I was digesting a lot of information about her. But anyway, I kind of want to do a speculation video before I get too ahead of myself here. Um, I let you guys know that Squirrel Girl, Spider Girl, excuse me, Spider Man, Spider Gwen, Oscorp, Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, and Carnage were all announced as characters. I just want to go ahead and do a quick speculation video on who I think is like how the story is going to progress. I'm in full agreement that the event will probably start on Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern time or our time here in Mass. With all honesty, if it starts a little bit sooner, you can definitely let me know in the comments below. But most of the time, Friday or Mondays are usually when the events start with Avengers Academy. But anyway, my theory is the way that it's probably going to start. If Spider Gwen is part of a universe, like a Spider Verse or a different universe, I'm thinking that it's probably going to start with something to do with Doctor Octopus and Oscorp creating some sort of dimensional hole, and and he ends up possibly recruiting a few bad guys for his Sinister Six gang, or they're just used as henchmen, kind of like Civil War and the British invasion was, where the Sinister Six are just bosses that once you get the certain resources, you go ahead and fight them. But obviously, we'll know a little bit later. But I'm thinking the story is probably going to be that Spider Gwen gets sucked into our universe. She becomes unlockable, and she becomes part of the story. And Squirrel Girl is actually going to be um, part of the like Spider-Man Unlimited or Ultimate Spider-Man TV series where she's recruited by Spider-Man. So I'm thinking that she's just going to be an unlockable character that will help you fight the Green Goblin and Doctor Octopus. And so I'm thinking that's exactly what's going to happen. Basically, the Sinister Six are teaming up to recruit a bigger army version of themselves, multiverse version of themselves, and that's where Spider Gwen comes in. And you know what? I would love to even see Miles Morales. So even though there was never a name drop or anything like that, I would love to see Miles Morales just show up as a multiverse character as well. So that's kind of my speculation that the Sinister Six are up to no good as usual. They up a rift in space and time. Spider Gwen gets sucked in, or Spider Woman as she's known in her universe, and Spider Man, Spider Girl, Spider Gwen, and maybe a few other unlockable heroes that weren't announced yet have to save the day. With all honesty, that's my speculation, so we'll definitely find out a little bit more information when the actual event launches. Um, I'm trying to do a lot of data mining myself to kind of figure out exactly what's going on. I'm not a huge hacker. I wouldn't know how to go into the program of or the programming for Avengers Academies to dig up that kind of additional information. Like I said yesterday, that most of the time, the limited information or education I know about programming is that sometimes they put information in there, not to be misleading, but to be a placeholder. Like, okay, here in the data, here in the program, um, is where the Spider Man event starts. Well, here are some ideas of what I want them to do, but I don't know if I'm gonna have permission to go ahead and put these characters in the game. So they kind of put them as a placeholder. But with all honesty, I think I I don't know how many people we're gonna have. Now they say it's a limited time event. They said the same thing with Civil War as well as the British invasion. Civil War Civil War was almost 2 months long, but that was a lot of characters that they sucked in. Let me see if I can get it bigger. There we go. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta chuckle. That's pretty cool. We're just bouncing around the entire the Avengers quad, just kind of like, oh hey, here I am, and the camera just flashes, takes his picture. Um, so, with all honesty, I would love to know um, in the comments below your speculations. Definitely no wrong answer. Just have fun. Anyway, this will be Spider Nerd signing out. I'm going to do a little bit of extra data mining, like I said, but those are my thoughts on what the upcoming event is. I'll definitely keep you guys posted as usual on my Facebook and Twitter pages. But never forget to mash that like button and hit subscribe. Anyway, this will be Spider Nerd signing out, guys. Bye.